Alright, well, it's kind of a rainy day. It's nasty, can't work outside, and I'm trying to figure out what I can do. And I thought, you know what? I need to get focused on the spiral staircase. So I did a little bit of homework, figured out some geometry. I've seen a lot of these DIY spiral staircases out there that, you know, they come in a kit, they're very simple, they assemble. But if you ever watch them, they really, like, handrails look rickety and all that, and I'm just not a big fan of it. So I started thinking about how I could build a spiral staircase, and these blocks are going to kind of represent, the 2x4s are going to represent a riser, and my 2x6 are going to represent a tread. And I'm trying to figure out how that I can build a spiral staircase to where it will, I'm going to obviously have a wall surrounding it, but I want to build a spiral staircase that looks like it's floating. Of course, this would be trimmed off accordingly. So today what I'm going to do is I am going to do a mock-up with these blocks, because I guess I'm going to play Lincoln Logs today. But I think it's a 30-degree angle that I need to be at. I've counted my steps. The height on it's totally different because I'll configure that and I adjust the height with the riser. The main thing is to find out, will this work? If I can make it work, then I'm going to push forward on it. 2x4s, as everybody knows, it's actually 1.5 inches. I'm looking at I actually found some butcher block material that, it's not butcher block, it's butcher block countertop material. And I thought, man, that would be kind of cool. It's total variated product and probably would stain it a dark charcoal or black. Anyway. So we're going to give this a shot, see how it comes out. This may be a win, it may be a fail, but let's do it. Okay, so I'm not sure if it makes a lot of sense yet to you guys or not, but what I've done is I've made a riser and step kind of combo. Basically nailed the tread to the riser. Remember, the 2x4 is the riser, the 2x6 is the tread. So I'm going to set each one up at 30 degrees. That way I can see what the spiral is going to look like. This is just an experiment again. I'm hoping that it turns out right, but I'm not 100% sure that it's going to work. But I figure I had all the scrap 2x4, a few nails, and a rainy day. We'll see if we can't make it work. Okay, well, what I learned is that the way I'm trying to build this, where it looks like a floating riser tread combo, it has to have the outside wall for stability. It will not stand on its own. As you've seen me kind of handle it, I think you've probably seen how it it's like a rubber band, because the only thing supporting it is the nose of the tread and the top of the riser being joined together with a couple nails. And obviously that's not the way we would build it in the house, but we would build it step by step going up. And of course this is literally just a mock-up to get the angle right. It doesn't have anything to do with the riser height or the tread length or anything like that. It just gives me the ability to look at the way the rotation occurs, where it starts and it stops with the 30-degree angle that I put in there. And I believe it is exactly what I'm looking for. So with the walls being supported on the edge, I think it's going to be rock solid. If not, I'll have egg on my face, but I'll make sure that I'm the first one that walks down the stairs after they're built. So I'm not going to build anything junky. So anyway, on to the next chapter with this. All right, guys, so this is the shaft for the spiral staircase. It's going to be coming down. It's not going to be your traditional spiral staircase. I think we've made a decision to actually build a square shape. What that square shape does, it gives you more of a built-in feeling. Instead of this cylinder running down the middle, it'll actually be built in to the house. I feel like it'll be more secure that way. But it is going to be very cool, because when you look at it from down here, you'll actually not see much of a support underneath it. It's mainly going to be supported by the side and the rear wall. This section will stay open. So when you walk from the upstairs, there'll be a triangular shaped landing, and you'll be stepping down and rotating this way and exiting out here. So from this angle looking back, it's going to be a pretty neat look. Upstairs, you don't really get to see the artistry behind it, which is unfortunate. You know, we thought about completely keeping it open and trying to do it. I just don't feel like it's structurally sound. So I'm going to get started on that. But right now I have forgot my level, so I'm going to go get that. I'll be back, start laying out all the floors and getting everything in place. All right, guys, well, I finished the staircase surround. So once again, three sides are the supporting structure behind the spiral staircase that we're designing. It's going to actually have a landing up there. We'll wrap around like any normal spiral staircase. The only difference is this doesn't have like a center post. It has a really thick riser which is actually structural. So the riser tread combo, when it's stacked on top of each other, actually does form a center post out of the tread itself. The exterior walls are the majority of the sport. So we got those in. Okay guys, so this is skipped way ahead from the previous part of this video where I did the mock-up of the spiral staircase. So several months have gone by, and right now my buddy Jason and I have no clue what we're doing, and we are going to attempt to build the spiral staircase. As you can see around me, we did finish out the basement, so big jump ahead from what you've seen in previous videos. But so right now, Jason is the brains of the operation. He's helping me out here, and we're laying out blue tape. We're gonna have to cut a strip of carpet out because we want it resting directly on the concrete, not on the carpet. So no big deal. This is a carpet tile. It's a direct glue down, and it shouldn't be a problem. But once we get this first step knocked out, it should go fairly quick. But what I've figured out about this house is that every wall is crooked. I built these walls down here, so I'm sure I built those crooked too. But we got to make the staircase perfect. But like I said, no house is perfect. There's a lot of things that are crooked in here, but we're going to make it work. And I'm not going to bore you with a lot of the planning, but when we get started putting in the first riser and then tread, you'll see it progressively go forward. So here we go. Okay guys, so Jason and I were talking, and Jason figured out where we thought that the riser would be 1.5 inches. If we're going to make the pivot point right here, you got 1.5 inches from here to here. So 1/2 inches is 3/4 inch. So this should be 3/4 inch, and this should be 3/4 inch to the pivot point. Now, so what that means is that when we draw these lines like we've done out here, we've got to go 3 inches to the back, or 3/4 inch to the back and 3/4 inch to the front, and split the difference with the risers going up. That will not affect our tread measurement. It does shift it a little bit, but it allows for there to be a constant contact of wood, which makes a central post right here. So that's what we're going to do. $14 hours for 3 stairs. Here we go again. Jason and I have been working on this for 2 days. The first day we worked 14 hours and got 3 stair treads done. But we learned a lot. We messed up and we continue to mess up, mainly me. But today we've done 3 times the treads. So we're averaging about 3 treads every 2 hours, right? Yeah. That's what we're doing now. So you can see we're close to the end. We're gonna finish this thing up. We might push it to the next day because we're looking forward for Mexican food. And all right, here we go. Okay guys, it has got to be 11:30 on the 3rd night. I'm exhausted. Jason's exhausted. As you can see, we forgot to record putting in the last step. However, we will give you the honor of watching us put in the very last screw. I will never build another spiral staircase again. I've got, and Jason has, now this guy is awesome. He gave me his whole vacation almost, or at least 3 days of it. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So yeah, one last screw and then we're going to bed. We've still got some staining, some sealing. We've got newel posts, handrails, tons of stuff to do. But I'm officially calling the staircase done after this screw, at least for now. I forgot that was on.
Oh.
It wasn't even on.
Oh no, really?
It wasn't on.
Good.
We're done. All right, here it is, railing on, handrail, finally finished.